All right, what's up? I hope y'all having a good weekend. I'm gonna keep this as short as I can. Talking about cognitive dissonance. This is what I think, and I think most of you might agree. It just depends how you think about it, but people got to bring it up. Personally, I think it's a personal choice. A lot of people simply can't handle something so big that would actually change their life and make them change their patterns and their bad behaviors and the way they are. I think it's a choice, and it doesn't affect all of us because I know that's not good enough for me, and it's not good enough for a lot of you guys. I'm not going to even say my listeners. We're friends. All of us we're friends. It's not good enough for us, So we kept looking, and like Zach was saying when the dude took his phone out and wasn't paying attention, that was the guy's wall. He wasn't willing to take that step. We don't do that. We're literally trying to figure out the answer, and I think we're pretty damn close. But cognitive dissonance for the people, especially if they're being engaged, if they're engaging, like, and they're really paying attention, and then they do that, it's over. They can't take it anymore. So they'd rather convince themselves that the other person must be entirely wrong. And the only way they can do that is pretty much to just reboot. Because they've been trained. We've all been trained. Not all of our training has worked. But it definitely has a big effect on everything. So we're on, like, we skipped up to the extra layer, if you will. And they choose to stay on that layer. And a lot of it is the way we were brought up. Everybody, start young, fear, blah, blah, blah. And there's so much, like, negativity that nobody can even really be proud of themselves anymore on a personal level. And then with that being said, if you are, then you have to give your proud personal self to God or anything else that they tell you to. Voting. None of that shit's ever been good enough for me. And it's actually a very lonely road. Well, it used to be, until I found where the hell you guys were all at. It makes me feel a lot better. But like when you're talking to somebody about this and that they're, man, how do you even say this? That they're right with you until you hit their something about, like, what it's like you're poking at something that they know about themselves and it makes them uncomfortable. Just like if somebody had a cut on their hand and you just walked up like a dick and poked it, they'd pull away from you. It's like a mental thing like that. But that's not on us to do that, because we can always go find other people and, maybe the person that you poked, or maybe they'll think about it and they'll come around later, and that's good enough. But, I wouldn't worry about, like, turning off people to the idea of anything that we're talking about, because we know we're all right. And, dude, it's the right thing to do. And I don't feel bad about any of it. I find the right people this way. I don't speak to people in my life. I really don't. I have nothing to say. I can't say anything, literally. What am I going to do? Laugh about the game or something? And it's fucking hogwash. And I think that word needs to be used a lot more too. It's fucking hogwash. But we see through it. So it's the right thing to do. So for those people that pull away, I believe it's a choice. I believe some of them might wake up and come back. But, I wouldn't personally be offended when that happens to me. I'm not offended by it because you know what? I still tried. And the way I think about it, anybody that doesn't want to hear what I have to say, I still did the right thing and I tried. And at the same time, that person that pulls away, now I'm just doing it for them. Because we don't really need everybody, right? But we need more motivation to do this. So the person that didn't get the idea, now I'm doing it for them. Because we don't really need that person. We'll do it without that person, and we'll do it around that person, and we'll do it for that person. as we try to find the people that fucking get the idea. Alright? I think it's a choice. And one more small personal story, not of me personally, it's the old guy I used to work with. And it's not the same exact thing. I didn't tell him about any of this shit. It's just the idea, okay? I used to work with this guy. We'll just call him, we'll call him Dave. I don't know his fucking name anymore. It was a long time ago. But he loved his wife very much. And they were married for a long, long time. I worked with this guy for about 5 years. In the last 2 years that I worked with them, while he was married, he was living in his car at work. And he never went home. I used to let him borrow DVDs so he can watch them in his car to go to bed. His wife had the house. And they wouldn't get a divorce. Right? And so this guy, one day he starts breaking this down to me, and I asked him, like, well, what the hell? Why are you together, right? Well, why do you have to sleep at the thing? You guys don't even have a problem with each other. Because they didn't, but she just didn't want him at the house, and it's like, well, no, dude, that's fucking bullshit. What are you doing? And he goes, I've been married for a long time, and I don't want to admit that maybe I've been wrong this whole time. You know, and he won't end it. He feels like if he ends that marriage, he's going to waste all the time he put in. So now he's continuing it, sleeping in his fucking car. And he's probably still there right now. You know what I mean? But you know what I told him? And it's fucking honest. And I don't know if he took my advice, but I told him just like this. I'll talk to anybody just like this. If they tell me some shit, listen. The quicker you do the right thing for yourself, the more time you're going to save. Because knowing what you know while you're sleeping in your car, you've already wasted 2 extra years. You know? It's not about where you came, like, the memory is different, right? It's such a hard thing to explain. They feel like if they're wrong, they wasted something. So I tried to tell them, you're still wasting something. With that thought process of sleeping in your car and shit, you're just going to waste the rest of your fucking life. Why would you do that to yourself? You know, it's like, dude, it's over. It's fucking over. You're going to waste the rest of your life because you don't want to be wrong about something that you know you're wrong about. And just like any other thing, we all have these things about ourselves. We all know them. Everybody has something they need to get done about themselves. Everybody ignores that. It's the same as that. Say you got to quit smoking, drinking. Say you have to quit any stupid thing. Maybe you're the only one that knows about what you do, and you know you have to do that right thing for yourself by not doing that anymore. Every time we ignore ourselves like that, we're wasting time, and we're not doing the right thing for ourselves. Because you know what? At the end of all this shit, we're going to be fucking dead. So, whatever you're doing, you are going to have to stop doing, because you can't smoke cigarettes when you're dead. You can't fucking do any of that shit you know about when you're dead. So the sooner the better. Save all your time and do the right thing for yourself in the future. Because you're handing yourself life if you do the right thing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention cigarettes and all that shit's a fucking scam anyway. And that's just base, but come on, it's thought process. Cognitive dissonance is horrible, and I think it's a choice. Knowing a lot about yourself has a lot to do with it, so it's either you're going to do the right thing or you're not. You're going to ignore the right thing. Most people ignore it. I don't ignore it. I know a lot of people in this community do not ignore that. But we're going to find the right people. You know? And the ones that don't get it, we'll do it for them. Like I said, we'll do it around them. We'll do it without them. So that's all I got. I love you guys. It's very motivational. I'm happy to be a part of you guys. And ladies. You know what I'm saying. I hope you had a great weekend, and I'll see you in the chat. All right, peace.